Hey, welcome back. I'm Kelly Jack. This here is How Not to Game with Kelly Jack. I am the gaming persona for the Rex channel. Persona meaning this is my handle that I use. Rex is the name I wrote under. When I tried writing, I didn't succeed. Don't think I'm going to succeed at this either, but I'm just enjoying this. This is me doing this for the fun. And we're trying to fix a little jam up that occurred up here that I really should have anticipated better happening. There we go. It was already happening and I didn't catch it. And there's our rail yard. Unpause the game. I paused it because I had to send him back to the depot and I didn't want to chase him down. Let's get the signals in place. Head on back. Hopefully that will fix that little issue right there. By taking these guys out and putting in some signals to make these one-way stretches. So we've got dual lining right in here because there's just congestion in that zone. And it's probably going to keep getting worse as time goes on instead of better. Time to fix a few more of these things. And get things squared away. There we go. Hopefully this will fix this issue. Just got to reposition a couple of signals now before I dispatch out another train. And with that length, I can now have a back out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we need him here. So that we've got a 5 length so that they're full clear of anything, not any chance of hang-offs. And that will let us do a new generation yard here to service that new sawmill and start getting that line rolling. So let's see where that nearest dispatch house is at. It's headed back this way for one. I don't know why. There he is. That's why. All right, and we're going to take and go with my personal favorites, which are the BR 86, some log cars. Set up schedule. This will let us take and build a line within the garage without having to separate out and do one, and it still makes it as usable like shared orders would be in other games, because we're generating it as an actual line that we can then tie into down the road and expand service. And this is which logger? Torwell Lumbers and Leroy. Leroy's Tor logger. There we go. And I don't know what this train was supposed to be for. Probably for the other spot that we hadn't already serviced. And you know what? We can actually use that to move the planks. Let's go ahead and do him. So he's going to move the planks from here down to this one. Bite of a mess here we got. Just a bite of a mess. Yes, I should probably. There we go, the Shanty Tor lumber train. Blow that signal there because I don't want double lining to jam up and head to head, but I need these guys up here to be on dispatchers. There we go. So that's a split so that they can pass. Got a passing siding there. One here before the turnaround and come back into here. Not the straightest route, but we ain't caring. And yes, the feline patio occupational forces are demanding attention. Through the window, they do know that I'm keeping it cracked a little bit for air. Shouldn't be with the allergy season on me, but oh well. Okay, so that's taken care of. We took care of this issue. See how we're doing on knocking this down. That's down. The bus passenger line is down. Now we can take and retire probably one of our maybe. Yeah, I think we can get rid of several of the pressmans. I think I can retire at least that Ike for certain. He's going to be a retire so that we get our money back right away. He is going to become unload only, and we'll see if we can get away with one bus. And by having him on unload only, I've got to keep him open so that I can see when he's done and emptied out so that we can, once that bar has no longer got any green on it, I can send him on to the depot. That's the H-Trans. Wrong one. Pressman's Empire. Hi, you. There you are. Go to depot for a while. I think the H-Trans regular bus, not the H-Trans Icarus, can take and handle that all. Now, we're looking good. We've served that. Callie's done what he needs to. It is time to kick it over to the next guy, which would be Eastern. And Eastern has to do something. And what Eastern's going to have to do is not cheap for Eastern. So let's go ahead, close out all of our windows real fast, do our change of company. Again, we're doing this so I can show you what interlining looks like. We're trying to set up our interline here. And right now that's causing us issues because, frankly, there we go. Just too much stuff in the way. Okay. Do a downslope there beside and an upslope there so that we can do the underground power. Yep. Now go to regular power, take him back out, and he can come back up like this and connect in. And now we can take out this stretch of power. Coming back, make certain you always go to only the first spot that's connected in. If you go further, then you wipe out and break your line. And that is something you want to try to avoid doing. Now, I think we are to the point where I can do what I need him to do, which is first take out the rail right there. Oh, that's right, we're in the wrong character still. Hi. That is these guys. Now we're going to put in a bridge from here to here, concrete span. And then we're going to do a similar thing where we're going to take that out. And this time, yeah, similar stand like that to come over here like this. There we go. Stop thinking about him for a second. Hi. Let me do this. Thank you. Now that's set. We're going to blow that because that's not going to matter as much. What's going to matter is this way. I might have to do some conniving to be able to do at the right spot for our fixes. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And then here, we got to do this to be able to have that little square where we say, hey, you're not allowed here, but you're allowed here. So what we're going to do is open this up to Eastern there. He now has a way to get through. That will give him a much better run. And this now all will become DDI rail to run up to here. We'll have to add a few more, I'm a feeling, spots. And then we've got to tell our boys at the PSA that this line of theirs is toast, especially once he's clear. There we go. Now get a couple more signals in spots. That makes some sense. To allow multiple trains onto a segment. Come to here. Eastern, you're now available to come through here. It's going to take him a moment to see it. Once he sees it, he's got it. He now realizes he's got a high-speed section. And we're going to take over these sections with Don John. There we go. Now that's still Eastern at that point. And slow it back down. Let's put a sign here. And then switch to Eastern. Grab them a sign. And by having those two, and I probably should have done them in different spots. Slight stagger. Let's do a stagger. Yeah, ETC was what I was using. Etc. line. Right of way. And so that's a good note for us in the future, that we now know that there is an issue right in here for those guys. And I believe that bridge is actually, yeah, the bridge is incorrect for who it is. So we're going to need to come to this. He's actually going to be over here, and then we're going to do a PSC toll bridge. switch back to Don John. Do our marker here so that we kind of know what's going on. And there we go. Come back out to here and tell everybody that that's a PSC server. Now we can take and do the connectors that need to be connected up for what we're going to do. And we will do a little connector up there, because early on I'm not going to be utilizing more than one train. So I'll actually be running that guy as closed on this stretch of rail initially. Which is the sign I put up, the closed sign. So nobody can get in. Got the Ike and the done for them. I think we're doing good. It's 20 minutes. That's a good end point. With a rail close and a rail close, we don't have to worry about anybody else using it. I do just need to confirm one thing for them, and that is that they are still able to enter in. And I'm not going to shun them onto a slower line, which I could also do here by making them use that center line. That's an option. That's a heck of an option down the road, to slow them down and say, yo, hi, agree to my plan. But we've got our first true station pull out for that, and I can start looking at extending service to take and do a passenger service over here to Ashram for DDI, and DDI is going to take and do their station something like this. Connect in like that. So that's a PSC station. And we'll want to put the PSC signage here. PSC spur. Pass. There we go. Got everything looking pretty good. We do need to start thinking about getting people out there for Eastern, because we can have up to 135 people from Pineden working here. And I think they could actually do a decent little setup. There we go. Get our slopes in so that we could do a tunnel and a climb out. Make certain we're on Eastern. Cheated a little bit. We let Eastern have the groundwork done by somebody else. There he goes, and that'll be part of his little empire there. He's going to do a flagger there as well so that they won't interfere with each other when they're in their stations. And now out here we're going to expand him a little bit. And we're not going to take and use the whole depth. I don't want to tie him up that much. But I do want to do that. That's off limits to all others. Hey, work, mouse. There we go. I really should change to one of the older mice. I'd miss this gaming mouse though. I've gotten spoiled. I will fully admit it. And now with that set up, let's go ahead and launch service from that. And we're going to use the 440 BR38 260 with, because it can do 100 clicks, the rail's not set for 100 clicks yet. So we're just going to do for 80 clicks and hope for the best. And start getting workers over here to Lakefront Refining. And this is ETC. The Piney Laker Express. There we go. Because he's going to have a good section where he can roll full throttle. And we can even upgrade that little section of rail that's still in our control. Well, it's 30 minutes. That's a long video, and I think that's good. Point to call it. Come on, work, mouse. Thank you. Hey, I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.